Lipris said and telling us what's the cycle he using back in the day and how many doses he using back in the day.
I'm not fussy because it's like Lee when they come in here, the Europeans, that you can discuss diets and that, and I'm like, you know what works for me. I know what works for me. I'm not really interested in knowing what other stuff and gear and that. And the whole time people never discussed drugs, even to this day. Even when I knew Flex and Chris Cormier and all those guys when we go to the firehouse, I never once discussed steroid cycles. But yet, sadly, that's all young kids want to talk about these days is drugs, drugs, drugs. I never read a steroid handbook.
What's up guys, welcome back again in my YouTube channel Joan Segala in the bodybuilding podcast session. So today we're gonna watch and we're gonna hear Lee Priest open and speak up about what his cycle and how many doses he using back in the day in his era in the 19s. And we're gonna see Lee Priest dispelling rumors and what his view about the difference between cycle now and back in the day.
Whatever I used when I was 19, 20, like the Deca and the tests and all that sort of stuff, I just kept using for my whole pro career. I did growth hormone twice, 94 and 96. And because I was probably still young, I only used like 2 IUs and then the next time 4, I got nothing from it. So I figured I'm not wasting my money on that again. So I've never used it since. Now I'm 49 going.
Wow. He using start from he was 19 and 20? Man, he started using all of this stuff back in the day when he was where I'm at right now. I'm 19 years old now. I'm 18 or 19. Yeah, we can say that. And if I wanna be Lee Priest, I have to using the cycle, Decker, and test start from now, and I can be the next Lee Priest. No. Just kidding, guys. It's not gonna happen. Wow, shock. It's still young, man. 19 and 20. And he using GH hormone since he was 49 and 50. Wow, until now.
Now I might try growth hormone later on. I've got more. I might benefit now that I'm getting older. But yeah, when I was young, I only tried that twice. But all my cycles were just the basic drugs and that in very small amounts. But people don't believe that either. So
I don't really understand also with all of the people, right? Because the gear and the drugs, it's not everything, guys. Come on, it's not everything. Yeah, it's gonna help, but it's just a little bit. But you're gonna see this stuff, it's gonna coming on and off if you're not really doing correctly the basic, the fundamental training and nutrition and recovery. That's all it. That's what you need to do. Just train, eat, and recover. And learning deeply about this fundamental. Don't learning deeply about drugs, about all of the stuff. I don't understand.
Yeah. You know, it's just crazy the way it goes in the sport now. But you know, it's still a good sport. Like I said, you can do it healthy if you want to do it. But you know, but sadly now, who knows? And we see sadly a lot of guys dying today and different things. I'm sure bodybuilding and the drugs aren't the only thing. You know, they might have had underlying conditions, but people go, oh, look at you guys all dying. I think, yeah, well, they're guys from my era. Sadly, that some of them are dying. So I'm thinking, well,
yes, you can be doing healthy in the healthy way, right? Bodybuilding, you can be done in the healthy way. It depends how you're doing all of this stuff, right? Depends on how you're doing with your nutrition, training, especially with your drugs, okay, with your cycle. You have to learning and find the right amount range, the safely range, the normal range. Don't going too far. I don't know why so much people get dying because he's overdoing it and take it more than doesn't need to. But at the end of the day, we don't know the truth, right?
If the young kids are doing more now and using a lot more now, who's to say in 20 years' time, 15 years' time, they're going to be dropping dead a lot more than my era was dropping dead.
Yeah, and that's scary as well.
Maybe if they really overdoing it, yeah, could be maybe happen, right? One advice that I will give to you guys, that I can give to you, learning all of the stuff, okay, learning the cycles you're gonna using first, and find the right amount safety range, safety zone, and start using it. If you want to start using it, and if you want to focusing more on the bodybuilding, right, in the bodybuilding sport, don't just hurt in the one person advice, always learning more and more, okay?
People should know by now from when I was young, I always got in trouble for telling the truth. And even, my mum always told me to tell the truth. But as I got older, my mum's like, maybe you're a bit too truthful. You should maybe cut back a bit because it's going to get you in trouble. I'm like, I don't give a shit. If someone asked me a question, that's why over the years I was, what's his name was on, Ron Harris was on live today, and I went on and just said hello. He's like, that's Lee. And someone goes, what's it like working with Lee? And he's like, oh, that was entertaining for sure. Lee's never, Lee would just say whatever. He's not PC and this and that. And Ron even said, even though when we'd do the articles for Muscular Development, he'd call me up and I'd talk, but he'd be the one to write it. He goes, even I got in trouble for writing Lee's articles, even though I wasn't the one saying it, because I wrote it, he would get in trouble.
Why your mom say to you, don't really say the truth? Why your mom said like that? Well, maybe because she's knowing you're gonna get in trouble because you say the truth, the effect of your taking this, the effect of your taking that, and you're gonna get benefit this, you're gonna get bad from these things. Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you wanna have the long-term respect with so much people, well, of course, there will hate you because you're saying the truth, right? But don't just care about it, okay? Just say the truth, okay? There's a lot of benefit if you want to say the truth, believe me. So don't fear to say the truth, just say it. Don't fear get not respect from others people because you said the truth. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day and at the end of the time, you're gonna get so much benefit from it, from what you're doing. So that's what I wanted to little bit talking about, guys. So what do you guys think about Lee cycle and the amount of what he took back in the day? And do you really think the same thing like a Lee Priest? The difference between back in the day and now era is the doses, the amount of the doses. And Lee said in this now era, so much people just taking more drugs rather than believe it on day training and nutrition and recovery, and that's what I get the conclusion, right? So hopefully this video can bring the something value to all of you guys, so hopefully you can learn something. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host Joan Sagala signing out. May God bless you all.